Hi, this is Brian from acousticmusic.org. I'm actually going to be Evan Parker for the next few minutes from Ebin Rose, now the Ebin Rose Trio. I bought this guitar from George Youngblood, Youngblood Music Workshop about, well, over 30 years ago, maybe, I don't know, long time ago, late 80s. And it was a fairly new guitar. It is a Taylor 912 and grand concert. Taylor, it was a while before they actually started making grand concert size guitars, and this is, I think it's an 87. It's one of my favorite guitars. Almost every single Ebin Rose recording was done with this guitar or this other one next to me. And the Ebin Rose Trio recordings, all but maybe one or two were done on this guitar. I didn't have it for a long time, just because I'd gone off in different directions, and I didn't have this other guitar you're going to see. But once Ebin Rose Trio, once we added Bobo on bass, I really realized I needed to get these two guitars back because for me, they were the DNA of a certain sound. There's just something that happens when I play this guitar. I love the fact that the red bindings, red purflings, the sound hole cap. The 900 series is stayed pretty much the same with the wood bindings. This is, some folks say, well, this guitar is pre-Cindy pattern, but the Cindy pattern was around, I think, when this guitar was made. And a real early proponent of grand concert size guitars was Chris Proctor, and I think he was the first one I ever saw with one. And this guitar came into Youngblood Music Workshop, and I traded a bunch of stuff to George to get it. Shortly after getting this guitar, this 812 Cutaway arrived at the shop as a used guitar, and I decided I wanted it to have a guitar that I could play in G tuning. This guitar I always play in Dadgad. This guitar I always play in G tuning. It's a pretty straight ahead 812. Both of these guitars were made in Santee, which is where the Taylor guitars were made, in between being made in Lemon Grove and El Cajon. I believe these grand concerts are a little bit smaller than the current grand concerts being made in El Cajon. I like the sharp cutaway. One thing I got, TJ Baden was and is still a friend. And I called him on the phone, and I got this guitar, and I asked him if he could send us. Oh, I hate it when I did that. Could send us one of I call it the Exploding Rose inlay in the headstock. Being that we were Ebin Rose, and I thought it would be nice to have this rose in the headstock as sort of inspiration to my wife. I ultimately gave this guitar to her. She'll undoubtedly notice that I just dinged it. But anyway, here we have two fairly early, mid-80s Taylor grand concerts, 812C and 912.